A structured creative process really comes in handy. It's going to provide a guide, a foundation that will help you collect your thoughts, navigate through your ideas so you can choose an idea and then do the work and do the good work. Welcome to the BDI Create Today podcast. This is a podcast where we uncover and discover the who, what, where, when, why, and how you can be creative or have more creativity. And together we'll explore the extraordinary impact creativity can have in your life, in heart, mind, body, and soul. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Beth Buffington, a licensed artist, digital illustration instructor, and a creative coach living just outside of the Windy City, Chicago. But mostly, I'm someone who is curious about how creativity can weave its way into nearly everything in our lives. Each week, we are going to look at one or more of the sparkly facets that make up the ever-changing kaleidoscope that is creativity. Before we start this next episode of Create Today with Beth Buffington, I wanted to take a moment to check in and see how your greeting card challenge art is going. I am going to be releasing my greeting card printing workshop where you can learn how to take your beautiful art and get it printed online so you can get some professional looking cards that you can send, share, or sell. Just go to www.bdi-create.today and you can hop on my email list and you'll be certain to get an invite to the workshop. So have fun with your art, my friend. And with no more further ado, let's get started with this episode of Create Today with Beth Buffington. Welcome back, my creative friend, to another episode of BDI Create Today. Now today, we're going to explore a fundamental aspect of creativity that often gets overlooked, but is absolutely crucial, and that is the creative process. Now, I know a lot of creatives have closets full of art supplies and maybe a studio full of half-finished projects, or maybe are feeling blocked or burned out with their creativity. Or maybe there's a creative out there listening today that's thinking, my best creative days are over. Well, this episode, my friend, is for you. So whether you're an artist, a writer, an entrepreneur, a musician, a gardener, a baker, or someone who loves a good spreadsheet, having a creative process to guide you can make the difference in transforming your creativity from a mere spark into an idea that is going to help you create your next great masterpiece. But what exactly is a creative process and why is it so important? So let's start with a simple definition. The creative process is a series of steps or stages that individuals can follow to generate and develop and refine their ideas. Now, it's kind of like a roadmap that's going to guide you from an initial concept all the way through to final execution. And while the specifics can vary greatly depending on the field and the individual, I've discovered that there are 4 common stages that I believe most creatives can put to use and think about as their creative process. So let's talk about the importance of having this kind of structure, a creative process to rely upon while working on a creative project. One of the biggest misconceptions about creativity is that it's entirely spontaneous and unstructured. Something that's just going to happen and fall out of your head and you're like, oh my gosh, look what I just did. Now, while these bursts of inspiration do happen, relying completely on what can be a rare moment can be unreliable and can end up being very stressful because you're thinking this has to happen all the time. And my friend, it doesn't. Just Aha moments like that, they don't happen every day for everyone all the time. And this is where having a structured creative process really comes in handy. It's going to provide a guide, a foundation that will help you collect your thoughts, navigate through your ideas so you can choose an idea and then do the work and do the good work. A creative process is also going to help you from getting stuck, blocked, or overwhelmed. So think of it like this. Imagine you're going to build a house. Would you start building a house without a blueprint? No, you would not. And a good majority of us wouldn't cook or bake something without following a recipe. And the same goes for creativity. Having a process in place is like having a blueprint, a roadmap, a recipe that's going to help you follow through the steps as you work through a creative project. It's going to keep you on track. It's going to help you manage your time effectively. And ultimately, it will increase the quality of your work. That sounds pretty good, right? In the next 4 weeks, we are going to take a peek into my Going FourWords creative process. This is going to help you navigate from no ideas to concepts, to working on a project, doing the work, to finishing your work. My simple and easy to follow creative process breaks down the creative process into 4 words. And these 4 words will help you go forwards with your creativity. And yeah, that's a pun. 4 words help you go forwards. And my 4 words, this creative process, is divided into 4 main phases, 4 words. And those words are revive, realize, refine, and release. So let's take a quick moment to chat a bit about each of these 4 words and how they can help you go forwards with your creative projects. The first word is revive. And the revive stage takes place when you are in between creative projects. So sometimes after finishing a project, you might find yourself a little creatively exhausted, right? So the revise phase is time when you take a pause to exhale and allow your creativity to rejuvenate. This stage is often just taking a break, doing unrelated activities, or simply giving yourself time to reflect. It's during this period that you take time to let your brain rest. And when you give your brain time to rest and be idle, your brain actually gets really busy. And it makes connections between different pieces of information, often leading to unexpected insights. Think of it like letting seeds germinate after they've been planted. And this stage is crucial because it allows for the magic of creativity to begin. Now, the second word in my Going FourWords with your creativity is realize. And the realize stage is all about seeing ideas. So in this phase, you are actively gathering information. You're doing some research and you're immersing yourself in creative possibilities. It's like filling a pantry with delicious ingredients for future baking. During this stage, you're not just passively absorbing information, but you're actively focusing on the world around you. You're asking questions. You're seeking inspiration. You're pulling yourself out of autopilot, which we do a lot in our daily lives. So when you're out of autopilot, you're actually able to see the world with your creative eyes. And you're able to look for that next great idea. So you're collecting. You're organizing your information so that you can find it when you are ready to actually begin to work. The key here is to open yourself up to a wide range of influences and perspectives that will cause that little spark of inspiration to strike and bring in that new creative idea. Now, the third word in my Going FourWords with your creativity is refine. Now, the refine stage is when the work begins. You're going to start by reviewing your collection of ideas from the realize phase. You're in the pantry. You're looking at all the delicious ingredients that you've gathered, and you're thinking, what will I make with these ingredients? And then you're going to choose what your next project will be from the ideas that you've gathered. Sometimes this is one of those aha moments when a brilliant idea or solution suddenly comes to you when you least expect it. You might be taking a shower or driving or in the middle of the night. It happens. And then sometimes it's just a subtle pull towards a direction from an idea that you have gathered and put into a location for later review. And now you're looking at your ideas and you think, maybe this. And you will find it intriguing and you will begin to work. Now, these moments of clarity are the result of the hard work that you put in during your realize phase, right? And in that phase where you're reviving and you're allowing your brain to be idle. So these two phases are the payoff for giving your mind the space and time to start connecting those dots and doing the work. So this refine stage is where you bring your ideas to life. It's the execution phase where you turn your abstract ideas, your concepts into tangible reality. And then depending on your field, and this could involve writing, designing, building, gardening, baking, writing music, anything, any number of activities. But this is where you put your head down, my friend, and you get the work done. The refine stage, it requires some discipline, some focus, some persistence, and a willingness to overcome obstacles. This is where that real work happens. And it's also where you get to see the fruits of your creative labor. This is where you have to do the work. And the fourth word in my going forwards with your creativity is release. In this final phase, I'm going to tell you, this can be, for some creatives, the most difficult phase. This is the time during your creative project when you, the creative, must decide this project is finished. In the release phase, it is time to put down your tools and use your project for whatever purpose it was created for. So stop making that one less detail, or if you're like me with a digital project, moving something one pixel to the left, to the right, to the north, to the south. It's time to put down your tools and use your project for whatever purpose it was created for. So, is it a gift? Time to give the gift, my friend. Or are you planning on using it to decorate your house? Get to it. Put that thing up on your wall. Are you selling it to a customer? My friend, go make some money. Now, the reason that this last phase, the release phase, is often difficult, well, we're going to talk about this in the podcast when we explore this very important final phase of my creative process, the release phase. Now, we've just done a really quick tour of my FourWords creative process so that you can go forwards with your creativity. So let's talk about the benefits of having a structured approach that you can be aware of and follow while you are creating. So here's a list of what you can look forward to when you have a creative process that you can follow. First, enhanced productivity. First and foremost, a creative process enhances productivity. It is giving you that clear roadmap so that you know where you're going and how you want to do something and when you need to finish it. And you can manage your time more effectively. You can avoid getting stuck in creative ruts or being distracted by other shiny objects. And it's going to help you stay focused and organized. And this is going to allow you to make steady progress on your projects. Number two, you are going to get higher quality work. And who doesn't want that? A structured creative process leads to higher quality work. So by systematically looking and choosing carefully and evaluating your ideas, you ensure that only the best concepts make it to that refined stage where you're doing the work. So while you're making that work, you already know you've got a good idea because you gave yourself time to rest and you gave yourself time to do your research. So at the refined stage, you're already pretty sure you've got a good idea. And this results in a more polished and impactful end product. And it will also give you more confidence as a creative because you have a process that will keep you from straying or getting overwhelmed, and it will help you actually finish more projects. The third thing that is going to be super helpful having a creative process that you follow is you're going to reduce stress. This is a significant benefit because, my friend, creativity can be daunting, especially when you're facing that blank canvas or an empty page and you think, I don't have any ideas. Having a process in place that has filled that creative pantry with great ideas provides a sense of direction and control that is going to make the creative journey a little less overwhelming. And the fourth thing that's really important about having a creative process is you're going to have greater innovation. So having this well-defined creative process, it's fostering innovation by encouraging you to explore a wide range of ideas and perspectives. So when you're in that realize phase and you open yourself up to new ideas and you explore and have new experiences, it's going to increase the likelihood of coming up with unique and groundbreaking solutions and new creative projects. That is going to be fabulous, don't you think? So wherever you are right now in your latest creative project, just take a sec and think, what phase of going forwards am I in now? Are you possibly in the revive stage? Are you in between projects? So do you need some creative rest and rejuvenation to just get back some of that creative energy that you might have depleted on the project you just finished? Or are you in the realize phase? Are you on the hunt for some creative ideas? Are you gathering and collecting and organizing in preparation for your next great masterpiece? Maybe you are in that refined stage. So are you hip deep in the weeds of doing the work on a project? If so, have fun, my friend. Enjoy. Maybe you are or should be in the release phase. Is it time to stop adding that one more detail? Or should you just look at what you have and say, good enough, before you push what you think isn't a perfect masterpiece into the back of the proverbial creative closet? Do you need to put down your tools and release your work into the world? Think about it. Where are you in your process? It's going to give you a better understanding about yourself and your creativity and how you can increase your productivity, the quality of your work, and your creative confidence as you go forwards with your creativity by using my 4 words: revive, realize, refine, and release. Remember, it's important to understand how to use the power of a creative process. It's an amazing tool that can help you harness your creativity, increase your productivity, and bring your ideas to life. Creativity is more than just having great ideas. It's about making those ideas happen and then sharing your amazing ideas with the world, a world that needs your creative voice. So thank you for joining me today, my friend, as we go forwards with our creativity. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to BDI Create Today and please share it with other creatives that you know. And as always, keep looking for that next great idea and stay creative, my friend. Now let's take a quick break and listen to a word from our sponsor. And my friend, that would be me. Are you interested in exploring your creativity with Procreate on your iPad? Get my Kickstart video. It's going to give you a beautiful tour of how to use Procreate to create your own art. You'll get information about brush libraries, layer and layer options, explanations of the tool icons, and so much more. Just go to www.bdi-create.today to get my Procreate Kickstart video.